Alright, I'm here with Anasty again. You might not be able to see much, it's pretty dark, but
Hello guys.
we were just having an interesting chat. So, Anasty was at work and he actually asked an interesting question to his manager that I thought was a good question, because a lot of the time you'll be doing like your job or you'll be doing something and a lot of people just assume they're doing like the correct thing. They don't seek feedback, and I think that's a mistake, because reality is you can always improve on what you're doing. So Anasty was asking his manager a good question. What was the question you were asking?
I asked him, tell me 2 things that I can improve on, or what are the 2 things I need to improve on.
Yeah, and 2 things you were doing well.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's right.
So sort of asking for what is he doing well and what is he doing, what could he improve on? That was like the question he was asking. And so when you asked that question, Anasty,
Yeah.
what was the answer they gave you?
My manager told me that I had a bit of a language barrier, and when I heard that, I was quite pissed. I was like, oh, because I consider him as a good friend too, my manager. So I got pissed off, and then I walked away. And then after 10 minutes later, I came back saying, why would you say that to her? Why would you say that to me? Why do you think that I have a language barrier? I speak, even though English is my second language, I speak fluently.
Yeah.
And then he said to me something that I've never heard before. It's not that because you have a bad command in English, it's because you get nervous when you talk to higher authority, and then you are lost for words. You make a few mistakes, grammatical errors. And it's not because you had a bad command, because your nervousness takes over, and then you're lost for words. And no one has ever said that to me. And then to hear from him for the first time was quite eye-opening.
Yeah, right. So essentially you asked for feedback on what you were potentially doing wrong or what you could improve on, and at first you were a bit upset by that because they said that you didn't have a command of English or whatever they said, but it was almost like you interpreted it
as if I had a bad English or language. Yeah.
But what they were actually saying was that sometimes you just speak a bit too fast.
And then I make mistake. I get nervous when I talk to like higher authorities, like managers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I get stuck for words and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, the other thing is like when you ask for feedback, don't be defensive.
Yes.
I was defensive and I got pissed off, and just be open.
Yeah.
And willing to accept whatever you hear from the other person. And that's the other thing.
That's a good point, because a lot of the time people they might ask for feedback and they'll say they want to hear the truth and sort of what they can improve on, but when someone actually gives it to them straight and tells them something that they necessarily don't want to hear,
Not willing to accept it.
Yeah. And so that was kind of how you were at the start.
Yes. And then you get defensive, and then you start to realize, what he said was probably right. When you think about it, I may have made some mistake when I was talking to someone.
Yeah, okay. Interesting.
Yes.
So, so then what did you take away from that? Like, is there something specific that you're gonna work on, or something that you...
Yeah, and I realized that I do get nervous when I talk to someone that's in higher authority in terms of work.
Yeah.
And then I get a bit worked up, and then I speak fast.
Yeah.
I don't have confidence in what I say.
Yeah.
So I come across like a weak person who's just bluffing.
Yep. Makes sense.
I think I just need to learn to breathe and talk a bit slowly. I think when you talk slowly, a confident person acts and talks slowly. That's what I've noticed. When
Absolutely.
I see people with high authority, they talk very slowly. Even their gestures are very slowly. They don't turn their head quickly. They just turn around slowly.
Yeah.
When you move slowly, I think is it carries confidence.
Yep.
It reflects confidence.
Makes sense to me. Okay, so essentially, you asked for feedback, you got some feedback. At the start, you maybe got a bit defensive and you didn't necessarily agree, but then once you actually got to absorb that,
Yeah.
you realised they
It
had a
took
point.
me at
what
least
they were
10
saying.
minutes to reflect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, I guess you've just learned a better way to communicate.
Mm.
Slow down in your communication and sort of be a bit more deliberate
Yeah,
in what you're
that's
saying.
right.
Yeah, I think it's a good lesson because I think a lot of people, they will ask for feedback and they'll ask for feedback, but they don't actually really want feedback. They more just want, what they really want is like validation that what they're doing is correct. But if what they're doing isn't correct, or if there's something they can improve on, then they often can't handle that. And yeah, I think it takes a lot of character to actually be able to consume like feedback and take it on board, because a lot of people don't want to hear it. They only want to hear positive feedback, they don't want to hear negative feedback. So yeah, that's good that you took it on board. Any other thoughts?
The other thing is also like, it might not be easy for me to correct that straight away, but you just gotta fake it till you make it, I think. So if you start acting like that, you will become like one.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
what I believe in.
Yeah, okay. So just sort of, so unpack that a bit. So what do you want to be sort of that?
So you want
Confident
to carry,
authority
you want to
person.
portray confidence when you
Yeah.
walk around the room,
Yeah,
or when you talk.
yeah,
And because I've done it for so long, I might still speak fast
Yep.
in front of a big group of people.
yeah,
But I just gotta learn to slow down, and then I just gotta remind myself to slow down.
yeah,
Yeah, and then I start acting like I am a confident person.
Yeah, okay.
I can be confident in front of a big group, a
Yeah.
large people. And then if you start believing that, then you will become like one.
yeah. That makes sense.
Instead of, habits cannot be changed overnight.
Yes. So even though you might not be fully confident in front of a group of people,
Yeah, I would act like
You'll
I am
act like you
I
are.
am the most confident person in this group.
yeah, and then that just becomes
And
a
then
self-fulfilling
that will reflect
prophecy.
this, that's right.
Yeah. No, good. Makes sense to me. Cool, man. Well, thanks, Anasty. Thanks for your insight. Hope that helps. Talk to you soon.